Please, brother, enjoy Fox here. I'm gonna continue. What if Deku was the guardian of the elements? So, where we left off is where I forgot to mention that entire bit from the last episode about Mitsuki and Bakugo's family. That's like a flashback during the entire time that Deku was gone from school. Bakugo was informed about this. First, everyone thought Deku was sick, and then after a couple more years that he did not come, they realized something has either happened to him or he's in a worse condition. They tried to contact Inko, but no answers, no response. It's basically like they disappeared from the planet. But, as you know... Okay, so... the pro heroes come out of the building. One of the pro heroes comes out holding a body. A body that Mitsuki knows perfectly. As she runs up to the hero and asks what has happened to her friend. As everyone looks and sees the charred remains of Inko Midoriya. As you said, we don't know. We just walked through the hallways and I found this one. Did you see like a boy with her or something? Like a young boy? No, miss. No one else was there. I checked early before. So it seems like... As Mitsuki says this out loud. Okay, so someone has attacked the building. Well, someone broke into the building, attacked the entire apartment complex. One person said that they broke into an apartment, which now is Inko Midoriya's apartment. They killed her, and her body seems like it's decomposing a little bit, so that means she was there for a while. And you said there was no other person there. Like, nothing of another person? No, miss, nothing of another person. Okay, so the people that destroyed everything and killed her probably kidnapped her son, or he ran away from the scene, not knowing what has happened. And now these people are out, loose, completely gone, so we have no idea who they are or what has happened. How about, like, as a detective came behind her, as she said, I mean, not he said, "Miss, you need to calm down, even though you gave us a lot of information by piecing together a lot of stuff. You need to calm down on the situation. I know this is tough." Of course it's tough. I just lost my best friend, and technically my nephew. So, I don't know what you're all doing, but I suggest you get on with your work and find this missing boy, because if not, I will not hesitate. Do it myself. As the detective said, okay, but we're gonna need names and blood type. Okay, so Inko Midoriya is the woman being placed in the body bag right now. Her son is Izuku Midoriya, which I pieced together that he either left the scene or was kidnapped by the people who has done this. As another pro hero that was mainly part of the UA faculty, Cementos comes in and helps rebuild a lot of the stuff, since most of the stuff is made out of cement. Okay, after all that situation, they put a missing stuff for Izuku Midoriya. Like, if you see this, please contact the police. They even said this on the news. Like, if you see this boy, contact the police immediately. This boy is missing and needs to be returned to a home that was once his but now is forever lost. Because after that, the owners actually ban the Midoriyas to ever come back. So because they see like Inko Midoriya's dead body and like, yeah, no, we cannot have another casualty. So if Hasashi wants to come back and see Inko and Midoriya, he's no longer allowed to go into the room because that room is now taken by someone else. So, yeah. And this is messed up, and actual places do this, so. Oh yeah, and about Midoriya's size. He's not just like an inch taller than Ida. A character from Danganronpa V3, Gonta Gokuhara, or Gonta Gokuhara, I don't know how you say it. Deku's the size of Gonta and weighs the amount as well. It has kind of the same body mass. So yeah, Deku's like pretty jacked. Even though Deku was quiet, he did make some noises that could have alerted people if they were not paying attention. If they were paying attention. And Deku in the previous video said it might take half of the night if I work hard enough, or 2 days maybe to get there. That was wrong. Deku thought that and completely wrong. He forgot how long it was, because they had to get him away from the city. The city is a lot of buildings. And after that, you had to go through a forest type section. And then after that, you have to go to a volcano, which the village is mainly around. So yeah, Japan, I don't think Japan has any forest. Actually, no, they do. Okay. Sorry. As Deku is running, he finds an abandoned place. He doesn't know what to call it. It's not a building. Well, it is a building, but it's not like one that he has ever seen. It looks almost like a temple. As Deku says, okay, that's enough running for now. Oh man, my legs are killing me. Jeez. Okay, that's not disturb a lot of stuff. As Deku walks into the place, sees like an old, he sits on the floor and covers himself with like a blanket of some sort. But before he does that, he looks and sees 2 holes in the wall, big enough to hold an entire man's arm. But Deku was way too tired and out of it to even barely give it a second thought. The next day, Deku wakes up, stretches his arms, and continues on his day. But in this time, he actually looks around the entire place, seeing that it's actually very much way more bigger than how it actually is. As then he places his hand on the wall, as he feels his hand slip through something. As he looks down and sees that his hand has slipped through the hole, well, one of the holes on the wall, the ones that he saw yesterday night. As he tries to pull his arm out, as he realizes his arm is stuck. As he tries to get his hand out as much as he can, as he feels something cold, burning, and almost like a liquid. Something that is burning his arm, as he accidentally slipped his hand into the other one as well. Deku has been away from civilization for so long, I don't think Deku could actually speak by himself. So at this point, I'm pretty sure Deku speaks like Gonta. Like third person. But no, I'm gonna keep him like speaking in his first person state, as he feels the exact same thing going around his other arm. As he continues trying to struggle his arms out, as a couple hours later, by a couple I mean like 2 hours later, he was eventually giving up hope that he needs to like get his arms out, until he tries to pull his arms out for the final time, ready to give up on the time that he's gonna be trapped there with his arms bound in these holes. As he pulls out his arms and sees 2 gauntlet type things on his arms, as he tries to take them off, but it was kind of difficult. After a while, he was able to take them off, but after placing them on the floor and walking away for a little bit, he looks down on his arms and sees the gauntlet type things are back on his arms. As Deku thinks, okay, so I cannot be away from them for either a long period of time or from a substantial point. As Deku noticed that he still has the crown on, as now he has golden gauntlets with a crystal embedded in it. As in one point, Deku even used the blanket stuff to cover his entire body mass, because the blanket was really, really long and big. So he grabbed another crystal, which Deku normally thinks to himself, these crystals might not be a good thing. Why am I doing this? But it's kind of like the thing, like, you know, like you want to stop, but your body's already going with the motion that you want to stop. Well, no, it's like you're doing something and then you regret that decision and try to stop yourself, but it's too late and your body has already acted on that decision. Kind of like that. Then again, Deku thinks, okay, since my mother is dead, I'll be placed in an orphanage because I'm not in the right age to be by myself. But if I use these crystals and save up enough money by selling them, I could earn money, get my own apartment, and then try to work out a life steady. As Deku continues walking, because his legs were aching from all the running, and after a while he reached the entrance of a city. He realized it's the downtown of his city. Deku walks and walks and walks, but he always sees that people are giving him a look. I mean, it's understandable. Like, if you see a hooded figure, not even a hooded figure, a person who is wearing something that is tattered, old, and basically falling apart, with a crystal around his neck, holding it together, walking around, you're gonna be like a little bit suspicious on what's happening. But that's all for today.